Almost a millennium has passed since the last great plague of humankind had been wiped out from the solar system and its precious blue pearl planet Earth. It was a plague so dangerous, a threat so grave that it spread throughout the infinity of space and eternity of time almost effortlessly to infest the stars. It spread its pestilence to civilizations unknown, devastated the galaxy as if it was just an ordinary body made of flesh and bone falling prey to a mindless virus. And in a sense, it really was a virus created by humankind, one made with the best of intentions, but a virus nevertheless. Von Neumann probes, self-replicating machines, terraformers, xenon, even the enemy of God. But at its core, it was really only one thing. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. Mechanical minds capable of making themselves even more intelligent, and then again and again, recursively forever. The greatest threat to biological life that ever existed throughout the whole universe. The terraformers were cast out from the solar system by sheer luck, just barely, with billions upon billions left dead in their wake. The Earth jump gate was dismantled. Legislation was put in place never to allow AGI to be created again, ever. Humankind never forgot the threat or the lesson of AGI, never ventured to try out this concept once more, not in 1,000 years. But then it was discovered that species from outside the solar system thought differently. The plague of AGI was being released on the universe once more. Again, perhaps, with the best of intentions, and again, however, with the deadliest of results. The government of Earth had to intervene, even if it meant Cold War, even if it meant a Cold War between brothers. And intervene Earth did. This escalating conflict would be given a name by historians. Terran conflict.
Hello and welcome to Let's Play X3 Terran Conflict. I'm going to put this under the Terran War Pack, like Let's Play the Terran War Pack, sheerly for the fact that I'm going to also do X3 Albion Prelude story really quickly. Pretty much an abridged version of it, because I basically did the whole story already as the Argonian side. And the Dead is Dead of X3 Albion Prelude, so yeah. I just thought I would tell you that right off the bat, and anyway, I'm going to start off with the Argon Patriot, but not the Terran Defender, but the Argon Patriot I thought I'd tell you really quickly, is essentially completely the same story. The only difference being that at the very start you end up escorting Terran... Oh, I can't remember what they're called. You end up escorting a Terran military military transport anyway. Or is it TM? Oh, whatever. But anyway, let us just continue on. Essentially what happens is you end up escorting them back to their home planet, their home base, and then they're like, hey, we could use good pilots that are used to fighting the Xenon. can we take any of your guys? And then they're like, then the Argonians are like, ah, but our people are not turncoats. Rawr. And then we end up taking her up on our offer and just continuing. So, we're essentially just skipping out the middleman in this case. But also, because this game is essentially just an add-on for X3 Reunion, it's also pretty short. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's massive improvements, but it is essentially just an add-on. And my joystick isn't working. I'll be back in a bit. Anyway, with that small mishap out of the way, I've also got to explain that my cockpit, I couldn't find the cockpit mod for X3 Terran Conflict, or I couldn't find the one that would work for Terran Conflict and Albion Prelude, so Terran Conflict's not going to have a cockpit mod on, but Terran Conflict Albion Prelude should. But anyway, let's just wait until we get our orders, shall we? Oh yeah, that's another thing. Gameplay. Let's put that up. And audio, let's put the subtitles on. So I'm assuming people want to be able to, you know, tell what they're saying without hearing it necessarily. How's the volume anyway? That looks very quiet. Let me just quickly try and change that a bit. I'm going to keep this one reasonably short so I can get the volume right.
Command accepted. Command accepted.
Okay, I think that should be okay. I'm just waiting for our first mission right now. Yeah, essentially, I might as well just tell you what happens. You end up escorting the TP back, and they're like, "Hey, thanks, you guys are really good at fighting Xenon. Would you like to fight us? Because we've heard that skirmishes are commonplace in the Commonwealth. Well, here, some of our pilots have never experienced a fight before. So we end up joining the Terrans and then helping them out. And basically stuff like that. Is it just
Water purification
have to stop
plant.
targeting them?
Hello, pilot.
Oh, okay.
This is Lieutenant
Oops.
Flint at USC. You drew up a pilot assignment today. Come join us when you're ready.
Okay, that's fine.
You have something to report?
Reporting for duty.
Right. Let's move out.
Okay, that would be nice. Alas, unfortunately, these travels can take quite long. So,
Sir, I'm tracking an unusual
never mind.
echo here on the grav. A faint line moving through the sector, coming in from the outer solar system, apparently.
Nothing on my screen, pilot. It's probably a micrometeoroid. Sometimes one will enter the transit accelerator and shoot across the populated area. They do register on the graph sometimes, if they're heavy enough.
regist! Regist! They do regist, apparently.
No, it's on my grav as well, sir. 2 of them.
I see them now. 5 of them. They must have disintegrated during transit, perhaps.
Attention, all pilots. Terraformer attack reported in Neptune orbit. No AGI ships must be allowed to survive this incursion. Proceed to Neptune immediately.
What? Terraformer? It's been over 20 years since. You heard the captain, people. Break orbit, set course for Neptune. Follow my lead. Execute.
We've spent 20 years not having a terraformer attack, and then suddenly when the Commonwealth strikes... Filthy Commonwealth dogs! Let's kill them all!
Entering system. Neptune.
Sorry, I'm having to say a character right now because I'm going to be doing that for Xenon Conflict. Not Xenon Conflict, XRM that I'm planning on doing. That'll make sense later. Like, quite a bit later.
Too many to count!
The only issue I have with the Xenon ships, like original unmodded Xenon ships, is they're pretty... No, not Xenon,
Electromagnetic
Do-
plasma cannon. Remove.
do
Electromagnetic
Terran ships is they're
plasma
pretty
cannon
dull.
Installed.
I mean, they all basically just have the electromagnetic plasma cannon, and that's kind of like, oh, that's basically the only
Target is
weapon
now
we
in
have.
firing range.
The Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
You are being promoted.
Wait a minute, this doesn't feel quite right.
You are being promoted. Xenon.
Once this fight's
N.
done, actually, you know what? We'll quickly do it now. No, that's right. Huh? Well,
Xenon. N.
it just didn't feel right, the dead zone. It still doesn't really. Oh, hey. All deciding to come after me there.
Xenon. N.
Fortunately,
You
we've
have
not
gained
actually
recognition.
lost any shielding yet, or hull yet. Ah, we're getting very close to it though. I should break off this attack.
Xenon. N.
Come on, they'll hide behind us for a second.
Xenon. N. You are being promoted.
There we go.
Xenon.
Lieutenant Plinter, do you read? The AGI seem to be using some sort of jump beacon to anchor their jump drives in our sector. Scan and destroy if you can.
Copy that. People, look out for that beacon.
Oof. We've taken a bit of damage. What I'll do is because I can't actually just see it right off the start right now, I'll quickly set
No aim.
gameplay, the medical hull and thingy on right now like that. Because I like the bars
Poltergeist
when they're
missile.
quite easy to see, but the issue is with the bars right now is they're quite difficult
Jump
to see.
beacon.
Okay, come on.
Scanning.
Another issue we have right now is we don't actually have a flight,
Scan complete.
a fight command
No aim.
control, so we're having to fully
USC
manual
orbital
everything.
logistics dock.
Well, I guess technically not fully manual, but you know.
Poltergeist.
We've got new intel suggesting that this is just a decoy attack. A handful of AI drones have sneaked past our guard and stolen information from a research facility in Mars orbit. They're already heading back into the outer system, possibly to rendezvous with a ship. Lieutenant Plinter, you'll be sending one of your pilots to the Oort Cloud to patrol the gate, just in case one of the drones gets there. It must then be followed to its destination and, if possible, destroyed.
Drones. Saw the tracks on the graph were no micrometeorites after all. Alright, pilot, you're up. Blow those damn things out of the sky. Good luck, execute.
Sir, yes, sir! No. But yeah, that's essentially the plan. But this game, right, unlike the last one, gives you something spectacular and something absolutely useful. And, apart from making your equipment's not damaged immediately, basically, once you lose your, shielding, right? You actually seem to have an actual proper form of armor. Because your components don't immediately start disintegrating, they only start getting damaged when you take excessive damage. But anyway, if we give it a little second.
Entering system. Pluto.
I'll jump out right here and show you right now. We have a mining laser now. It's great! I love it so much!
Saber.
Not a mining laser, a repair
Attention.
beam.
Energy low.
The only issue is it is quite slow, so I wouldn't suggest using it on capital ships. Trust me, it takes like an hour on a capital ship. But yeah, it's actually really quite good for doing spot field repairs on a little tiny light fighter like this. Because it is literally just this for a little bit, and then you can hop back in and have 100% hull. See? It's actually really useful, like extraordinarily useful. It makes those times when you pick up an M5 or an M4 that would basically be worth, like, I don't know, about 3,000 or 4,000 credits. At the very least. It would probably at the most be about worth 50,000 credits. You can hop out, repair that up, and you'll get roughly about 80 or 100,000 credits for it, instead of just that short amount, tiny amount. Which is actually extraordinarily useful. It's great for making money. But anyway.
Entering system. Oort Cloud.
Oort! Not Art Cloud, but just Oort! Sounds like she was having an aneurysm saying that word. Come on, cutscene. Please. There we go. Oh wow, you're over there? What?
Nova.
Ah, there we go. Excellent. See, I knew roughly where it was meant to go.
Jump beacon.
That scallywag!
No aim. Debris.
Maybe we can scan the debris?
Pilot, this is Lieutenant Plinter. I've got message from Command that all drones are either destroyed or intercepted. Command is mighty impressed with your achievements today, and I'm too.
Thank you.
Cargo bay now contains debris.
Ow. It's absolutely
Debris
useless.
ejected.
Whatever. Fine, we'll go and talk to our captain. See what he has to say.
Terran. Scimitar.
But yeah, it's great. I love this. It's hard to explain. Essentially, other things that were massively improved, as you see, not particularly in this station, but in other stations you'll see like symbols above the station itself. Those symbols are missions,
All ships, follow my lead.
or offers on ships, for example. The only issue I have with this is they completely removed the bulletin board, which gave you nice fun little lore news.
Entering
know,
system.
things like that.
Pluto.
Like there was a showing of the new cloaking device, but the critics didn't see anything to talk about. It was just like, it's so funny. They didn't see what the big deal was, and it's I know it's silly, but it's come on. Anyway, that's beside the point. You'll also notice that the HUD is massively rearranged, so everything is now on the left side there, like that. That's actually quite a nice system because because it's already there in the sidebar, it's kind of already sorted where you expect it to be, so your eyes are already directed over to the side there, and you can still look ahead of you and still fly and make sure that things are not going massively wrong while you're still doing the work. So it's extraordinarily easily and well designed. They've also now got the shortcuts working a lot better again. So Y goes directly to the ship, and then you can
The
press U
Saber
to
is
get
a
the information, or you can press F immediately. Or if I target someone else, I believe I could press I and an F
ATF. Escort. Volley.
if they had something, but they don't, obviously. So yeah, you have things like that, and it's just extraordinarily better designed, or much better designed than the original one was. And by the original one, I mean X3. They've kind of gone back to a semi-keyboard-based system that X2 had, but you can also be operated with the mouse like that. So it's now got the hotkeys as well as the ability to, basically point like that. But alas, where are these damn terraformers? Or Xenon, as they're now known. Although they're only known as Xenon by the Commonwealth of Planets, technically we still count them as terraformers, or AGI, also known as Artificial Generalized Intelligence, I believe? So yeah. Also, I'm going to have to splice in that thing about saying that cutscene at the very start. That cutscene at the very start is meant to be there at the very start of the game, but unfortunately, like every other recording of the X series so far, I can't watch cutscenes outside the game. It's great.
Entering system. Neptune.
Doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's a fixable problem, but it feels off saying, there's a cutscene here, but you can't just record it or watch it. I have to splice it in. That's great. Yay. But anyway, we're just looking around for Xenon. Alas though, we're not having much luck. We're meant to be patrolling this space with the intention of helping out other people who are fighting Xenon. And we could get a bounty on them. but we're getting absolutely nothing. It's mildly depressing, actually. It's like, yeah, I could get extra pay if I could ever find any of the xenon. Yes, xenon. He's dead. Pissing.
Firelance missile.
What wanker killed him this oh, whatever. It's fine. I didn't want to kill anyone. No, it's fine. We'll kill these filthy Commonwealth dogs sooner than later.
Now contains Firelance missile.
Anywho. All this mild shouting at the Commonwealth will make sense later on. I'm promising that. Oh. Why did you say it like that? You could have just said Uranus. And avoided that joke completely. You're pointing over here? Is there an enemy there? Please? Okay, you're just going through the transorbital accelerator. That's another thing. Transorbital accelerators are a lot different from gates. Essentially, they work on not quite the same principle, but a reasonably similar one, where instead of its folding space-time, it just accelerates you
Xenon
and tosses you to another gate, which then decelerates you. And I believe it's through a corridor of like compressed space-time, but I could be wrong with that. No, wait, no, it's not through a corridor of space-time at all. It just accelerates you to near, near light speeds. So you're still traveling at sublunar velocities, but it's pretty quick. Ah, come on.
The Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
Is there any more threat? No? Okay, cool. Well, off to Saturn we go then.
Range.
So yeah, it's irksome, you know, to a degree. The lack of firing computer. It'd be extraordinarily nice if I actually had a firing computer, but alas.
Debrief at the Saturn research station. They want to get as much sensor data as possible. I hear the scientists already have their hands full ripping open half their fleet's black boxes, so there's no rush.
Saturn research station.
That's absolutely fine, but you'd assume that they'd be able to download it immediately and then filter out data that was relevant to... oh, whatever.
You are top positive, please, Dog. As soon as you get green position lights.
I also wish I had slightly different music for Terran Station. That's another thing! Terran Stations are absolutely huge! I mean, look at the size of this thing! I mean, sure, stations were quite large beforehand, but jeez, they weren't larger than capital ships. Now they're absolutely gigantic. You wonder why every one of them doesn't have a capital ship dock.
Successfully docked.
Welcome aboard this Terran station.
Connection to local trading network established.
3, 2, 1.
Pilot, you've been ordered to meet with Major General Ichiyama at the ATF outpost in the asteroid belt. Seems you're getting yourself noticed, pilot.
It seems so. Anyway. Let us quickly upgrade our fight combat system to Mark II. It'll make the actual shooting of things a lot easier.
Insufficient credits.
And we'll also increase our speed of touch.
Credit. Engine tuning. Install
And
insufficient credits. Insufficient credits.
I guess we'll get rudder.
Rudder.
And we'll leave it there for now. Right, okay. So now we actually have a fight computer. We can actually set it to auto aim, which is a lot easier, but it isn't predictive aim. So if a target's like turning and slowing down, it won't fire ahead of that predictive position, because they're not going to slow down. Let's be honest, they're going to be accelerating. So you want to be firing ahead of where the predicted position icon is actually pointing you at. But alas, that's beside the point. That's when predictions and combat techniques like that come in, but I've never actually read into them and how you should go about it. I just know from experience how to go about it, and that you should aim ahead of a target that's decelerating and speeding up. And there's lots of things I would like to get into detail about, but it's hard to actually find a way of talking about it. Yeah, well, whatever. Also, I love this coming close to an object and just having it stop you from travelling. So the only issue I've ever had with the Singularity Engine Time Accelerator is it's stopping
Entering system. Asteroid belt.
all the time.
Orbital defense station.
I mean, I get why it stops, but it just stops all the time. Anywho, once we've docked here and had our briefing from here, I'm probably going to leave it there, honestly. Wait, is the poltergeist the only missile we can actually use? I'm gonna have a
The
quick look.
Saber is a capable medium fighter that is
Oh yeah, poltergeist's the only missile we can use. So I should just get rid of any other missiles I got.
You are talking positive, please, Doc. As soon as you get green position lights.
These stations, seriously though, are absolutely gigantic and it's ridiculous. Terran space is just massive. You have this sense of scale that's just ridiculously
Welcome aboard
large.
this Terran station.
Connection to local trading network established.
Okay, that's fine. When's he going to talk to me?
Good day, pilots.
There we go.
I'm Major General Ray Ishiyama of the AGI Task Force, or ATF. As you probably know, the ATF is charged with defending the Sol system from illegal artificial general intelligences, for short AGI. These things are pretty nasty. One example of them is the ancient terraformers, and you know what they did. Well, lately it seems they're returning. This attack on the Sol system was the first of its kind in centuries. More might follow. What worries us most, however, is that apparently some unknown group from outside the Sol system is collaborating with the AGI. We must find out who, where, why, and how this is at all possible. The information you intercepted today gives us valuable clues, but we're still working on it. The ship you saw was apparently Argon. You've done exceptionally well, pilots. You have been given access to Mars orbit. As you know, Mars has a wide variety of ship upgrades available. Take a look. As you will be taking on more challenging duties, we have seen fit to give you an M5 scout ship to aid you. It is located at the Mars shipyard. Dock there and control will be turned over to you. Once your business in Mars is complete and you are ready for your next assignment, please contact me.
And with that, I will leave it there. So, until next time, all the best, and I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, we'll see how this goes.